You have a Milwaukee old model brush drill. What's fascinating about this one, I don't know if you can see that, I'll bring it right up. It's actually a US made one, which is not a bad thing. Very similar to UK spec, but I would say not much difference. This ain't gold. Oh, that's actually encouraging. That actually makes me think. That makes me think actually that it could be brushes. It could be the wee brush card she needs. So I must get this open and see what it can do. Taking this apart is not hard. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws on the side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 in the front. And you remove all those. That's all the screws removed. Now you just need this little Torx 10 screwdriver to remove actually them all. So that's handy, and I can pull the side off now. To do that you have to ease this out a little bit. Ease that gear assembly. I'll come off, but that's good too. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Put that back on later. So with the side off, this is what you've got. And you can see those brushes are worn down to there, so that I could get away with a set of brushes this time. I'm going to pull that out now. Just pull all out now, it's just quite simple. Remove the fill coil. I'll clean that before I put it on. Remove that, clean that before I put it on. And there's 2 screws holding your brush holder on. So I'm going to have to screw those off too. And luckily they're T10 as well. This is incredibly decent of Milwaukee. If it's only a set of brushes this thing needs, which it appears to be because they're not making very good contact there, that's very, very serviceable. If you have one of these old models, I say do it. But if the motor's gone, it's toast. It is over. You line these 2 up here, screw these back on again. Right, with the 2 screws back on again, and the new brush card, see if it's like to orientate it to see if it slides in where it's supposed to. Yeah, you can see that there's a little slot that goes into, and that slides into there. There's a groove for that to go into there, so do that. And this here, make sure your little bearings is running freely, and I've given that a wipe. You can clean that up a bit better, but I'll see how it goes with a little wipe anyway first. Right, in order to fit the motor into those brushes, there's orientate that a little bit better. You see that there's a little wire clip. It pushes the brush down, and there's 4 of them there. You put that wire clip out to the edge like that, there's a little recess for it to sit in, and then you can push the brushes back to give you room to put this in. Like that. And then once you've that in, you put those little wire clips back into position. You do a screwdriver. I'm using my thumb because it's not hard to do. And that's in position now. Then you just slide into the brush card into the little recess that I showed you earlier, and try and get it to sit down into place. before you do that, you got to set this fill coil on. And there's a notch in that fill coil. You see it there? It goes on like that, because that sits into a recess on either side of the clamshell. It takes a hell of a lot of manipulation to get that into place along with that, but I think I've got there now. And I'll have to get this back on again as well, without disturbing things too much, which I've managed to do quite well. So I think that's everything in position. Yeah, so all I have to do is put on the clamshell again and give it a try out. I put the clamshell on and put the 4 screws in the front. You see, look, I haven't closed that right. You know, if you don't get a good uniform closed clamshell all the way around, something's sitting out of position. But it's okay now. So that's what you have to make sure. So I'll put in the rest of the screws and then I'll give it a test. That's going very well. That fix has been successful, and for anybody out there that has one of these, it's a 2606-20. Well worth fixing if it's only a set of brushes, but if it's a motor, it's complete toast.